No, so I think there's a lot of things that go into where we are right now with Port Talbot in the state that it's in, and I would say the same thing about in the past Redcar and other places. So the first thing, there are things that we've done to ourselves. So some of these things relate to not just environmental regulation and increasing the burden. Catherine talked about the high cost, the steel, the energy cost, the electricity cost, typically 18 cents per measure in the US versus 45 in the UK. We're worse than Germany. We're worse than many other even European countries. So part of it is that. Part of it is also what we have failed to do. So we failed to discipline in any way highly distorted supply of steel from mainly China over the last 20 years, where essentially steel mills in China were getting free energy, free water, free land, free money. So naturally, you can't compete with that. So you need to have, a competitive market in all places in order for international trade to actually work. We also have all kinds of competitive distortions in our electricity grid. The connection into the electricity grid is problematic. That's also elevating the cost of energy in the UK. So there's a lot of different reasons, and we need to actually work on reducing all of these problems in order to make energy viable. And then we will start to see something that we haven't been able to do in the UK, which is go up the value chain. There's lots and lots of different types of steel. There's lots of value-added elements of steel production. You would want to see a developed country go up the value chain and produce, more advanced types of steel.
So not scrap steel?
I think scrap steel, all of us don't know what the market would ultimately produce if you removed all the distortions. There may be all kinds of things that we can speculate about, but would be actually produced. Places like Redcar, Port Talbot, it may be that in certain low-grade things, they would go out of business anyway, if all things being equal. But what we haven't done is allowed the market to operate in an ordinary fashion. So I think we need to do that.
Okay.